Democratic Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher, who represents parts of Houston, says Texas is facing an all-hands-on-deck situation. Today, Congresswoman Fletcher, along with 4 other House Democrats, wrote a letter to Governor Abbott demanding answers for why the state didn't take steps to prevent crises like this from happening after a report in 2011, 10 years ago, raised alarms about the ability of Texas infrastructure to handle winter weather. The letter says, quote, "The events of this week demonstrate that there are significant shortcomings in preparations and more must be done to protect communities disproportionately impacted by winter power outages. We're concerned that the underlying issues that contributed to the 2011 massive power failure have not been fully addressed." And leading off our discussion tonight is Democratic Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher of Texas. She's a member of the House Energy and Commerce Committee. Congresswoman Fletcher, thank you very much for coming on the show tonight. You know, the letter that you sent to Governor Abbott asking him for answers about the 2011 power failures reminded me that the 2011 power failures, that wasn't the first time Texas was hit by a massive power failure. The first time was in 1989. Now that you're a member of Congress, and from Texas, how surprised are you that your state has had 2 opportunities to get it right and has failed both times?
Well, Jonathan, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me on to talk about these issues. And I really appreciated that you started this conversation with the wonderful clip of our former governor, Ann Richards, who was the governor when I was growing up here. And I'm sorry to say that, I'm sad but not surprised that we have failed to respond to these challenges, some clearly identified problems. I think what we're seeing now is a massive failure of our system. And it's both the grid and ERCOT, the Public Utility Commission, but also our elected leaders in state government. The governor, the legislature oversee this system. And ultimately, it's a complex system, but we're not getting the oversight that we should. And we're not having the leadership to make sure that Texans have what they need, really the bare minimum, heat in their homes and the lights on the coldest day in years across the state of Texas. So, I am hopeful because we have incredible leaders in our local community here in Houston, Mayor Turner, Judge Hidalgo, the mayors of lots of smaller towns and villages that I've been on the phone with this week. We've got a lot of leaders here in Texas, but unfortunately, we're not seeing the leadership in Austin that we need.